Welcome back to NT Coins World, where we explore the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're diving into two standout Washington quarters, the 1991 D Washington quarter and the 1994 D Washington quarter. These coins might look ordinary at first glance, but they hold unique histories, interesting minting details, and potential value for collectors. If you're a fan of numismatics or just getting started with coin collecting, this video is for you. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates on valuable coins. Now let's get started with our first coin. The 1991 D Washington quarter was struck at the Denver Mint, continuing the long-running series of Washington quarters that began in 1932. While it may seem like an ordinary quarter at first glance, there are a few details that make this coin worth a closer look. By 1991, the US Mint was still producing Washington quarters with their original obverse design, featuring George Washington's profile, based on a 1785 bust by Jean-Antoine Houdon. The coin's reverse displays the heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and olive branches, a symbol of strength and peace. This design, created by John Flanagan, remained in use until the introduction of the 50 State Quarters program in 1999. A left-facing portrait of George Washington with the words "Liberty" above, the date 1991 below, and "In God We Trust" to the left. The classic heraldic eagle with United States of America and E Pluribus Unum above and $quarter below. Composition: 91.67% copper, 8.33% nickel. Diameter: 24.3 millimeters. Weight: 5.67 grams. The 1991 D quarter had a mintage of approximately 630,966,000 coins, making it a relatively common issue. However, finding one in high-grade condition can still be challenging, as most circulated heavily over the decades. In circulated condition, this coin is typically worth its face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated examples, especially those graded MS-65 or higher, can be worth anywhere from $5 to $25. A top-tier MS-67 example may fetch over $200 at auction. Collectors should be on the lookout for off-center strikes, misaligned. Dies can create coins where part of the design is missing. Double die, obverse DDO. Though rare, some 1991 D quarters show slight doubling on Washington's profile or lettering. Clipped planchets. These errors occur when part of the metal blank is missing, resulting in an incomplete edge. While the 1991 D is not considered a key date, finding one in gem condition is difficult. Collectors seeking a complete Washington quarter set still need this coin, and error varieties can significantly boost its value. The 1991 D Washington quarter was minted at the Denver Mint as part of the long-running Washington quarter series, which started in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1991, the US Mint was still producing these quarters in the traditional copper-nickel clad composition, as silver quarters had been phased out after 1964. This quarter was minted during a time when the US economy was recovering from the late 1980s recession, and Americans were using quarters more frequently for vending machines, payphones, and arcade games. Despite its common circulation, this coin holds a special place in numismatics due to specific minting errors and variations. Features the classic portrait of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. The word "Liberty" is inscribed above Washington's head. The phrase "In God We Trust" appears to the left. The date, 1991, is centered below Washington's bust. The mint mark D for Denver is located to the right of Washington's ponytail, displays the familiar heraldic eagle design. A bold, spread-winged eagle perches on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and readiness for defense. Two olive branches curve beneath the eagle, representing peace. The phrases United States of America and A Pluribus Unum are positioned above the eagle. The denomination quarter dollar is inscribed at the bottom. The Denver Mint produced a total of 630,966,693 of these quarters, making them relatively common in circulation. However, high-quality specimens in uncirculated condition or with unique minting errors can be quite valuable. Circulated condition, typically worth face value 25 cents up to $1.50, depending on where. Uncirculated condition MS-60 to MS-65 ranges from $3 to $10. High-grade examples MS-66 to MS-67 plus can sell for $50 to $200, with top-tier MS-67 specimens fetching even more. Off-center strikes. Some 1991 D quarters have been struck off-center, meaning part of the design is missing. Values range from $50 to $300 depending on the degree of misalignment. Double die. Obverse. DDO. This error results in noticeable doubling on the lettering or Washington's portrait, making these coins worth $50 to $500 in higher grades. Clipped plancher error occurs when part of the coin's metal blank is cut off before striking. These are valued between $20 and $100. Broad strike error. A quarter struck without a proper collar, causing the edges to be flat and wider than normal. These can sell for $50 to $200. Collectors seek the 1991 D Washington quarter mainly in high grades or with rare errors. While circulated versions are common, those preserved in mint state, MS-66 or higher, are scarce and desirable. This coin is a staple in Washington quarter collections and a great find for anyone searching for high-grade modern quarters. The 1994 D Washington quarter was another high mintage coin from the Denver Mint, yet certain aspects make it desirable to collectors, particularly in high grades and error varieties. In 1994, the Washington quarter was still a circulating workhorse, with billions produced over the decades. At this time, there was growing interest in coin collecting, especially leading up to the anticipated release of the State Quarters program in 1999. The 1994 D quarter continued John Flanagan's classic design, keeping the traditional look of the Washington quarter before the transition to more modern designs. Washington's left-facing bust remains unchanged, surrounded by Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 1994. The familiar eagle with wings spread wide, gripping arrows and an olive branch, United States of America, and A Pluribus Unum appear above, with quarter dollar below. Composition: 91.67% copper, 8.33% nickel. Diameter: 24.3 millimeters. Weight: 5.67 grams. The Denver Mint struck 880,034,110 of these quarters, making it one of the more abundant issues in the series. Because of the high mintage, circulated examples are common, but finding a perfect uncirculated specimen is much harder. Circulated examples remain at face value. Uncirculated coins in MS-65 condition can sell for $5 to $15. An MS-67 example may fetch over $200 to $500 depending on market demand. Die cracks and cuds. Small die cracks and rim cuds are known to exist on the 1994 D, which increase collector interest. Struck through errors. Some coins were struck through grease or debris, resulting in missing details. Misaligned dies. Occasionally, coins were struck slightly off-center, making them desirable errors. While not considered a key date, the 1994 D quarter is a staple in any Washington quarter collection. Those in exceptionally high grades or featuring rare errors remain sought after, making this a coin to keep an eye out for when searching through pocket change or coin rolls. The 1994 D Washington quarter was minted at the Denver Mint during an era when the U.S. economy was thriving and coin production was at a peak. The Washington quarter was still a widely used denomination, and the Mint had yet to introduce the State Quarters program, which would begin in 1999. This quarter continued the tradition of the copper-nickel-clad composition, making it durable for circulation. While not considered a key date, certain high-grade examples and error varieties make it attractive to collectors. Displays George Washington's profile as sculpted by John Flanagan. Liberty appears at the top. In God We Trust is on the left side of Washington's portrait. The year 1994 is at the bottom. The Denver Mint Mark D is placed to the right of Washington's necktie. Features the classic eagle perched on arrows with an olive branch below. United States of America and A Pluribus Unum are above the eagle. The denomination quarter dollar is at the bottom. The Denver Mint struck 880,034,110 of these quarters, making it one of the higher mintage issues of the 1990s. While common in circulation, well-preserved and error examples hold collector appeal. Circulated condition worth 25 cents to $1.50. Uncirculated MS60 to MS65 sells for $3 to $12. High grade MS66 to MS67. Values range from $50 to $250, with the rarest MS67 plus examples selling for even higher. Broad strike error. Without the collar die in place, these quarters appear wider and flatter. Values range from $40 to $150. Double die reverse. DDR. Some quarters exhibit doubling in United States of America, or the Eagles features, making them worth $50 to $500. Die cracks. Certain 1994. D quarters have small die cracks often appearing on Washington's hair or the eagle's wings, valued between $10 and $100. Off-center. Strike. These errors, where part of the design is missing, can sell for $75 to $300. Collectors often pursue the 1994 D quarter in mint state MS 66 or higher because lower grade examples are common. Error coins add extra value, making them a great find in circulation or coin rolls. If you come across a 1994 D quarter with sharp details and strong luster, it could be worth more than face value. That wraps up our look at two fascinating Washington quarters, the 1991 D and the 1994 D. While these coins are common in circulation, their value can increase significantly in high grades, or if they feature rare minting errors. Have you ever found one of these in your collection? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video from NT Coins World. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.